Have I mentioned it's race week? The haulers are showing up. Cletus gets approval, and the rain. Well, we're gonna wait to talk about that. Well, let's just have some fun for a minute before we get into all that. Okay, let's roll the intro though. Let's get after it. Boys and girls, good to see you. Happy to have you back. Welcome back to High Top Sports NASCAR. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. We got a lot of new people here that just joined the show, so we appreciate you. We're on the way to 1,000 subs. Share it with a friend. Let's go ahead on in and get there. As you can see, the haulers arrived today to Daytona. It is real. It is finally here. Been getting FOMO, seeing everybody posting their pics, flying into Daytona, seeing the haulers rolling on in. Love seeing the Traveler Whiskey one. It's the car of the weekend, boys and girls. I oohed and awed over that car last year. Did not bite the bullet on buying on the diecast for whatever reason. This year did not hold any punches. Order that bad boy. It'll be here probably again next Eclipse. But that's besides the point. Very excited for the weekend. I will be there on Thursday. Feels like it's a mile away, but in reality, it's 24 hours at this point. Okay, if you're probably watching, it's probably Wednesday, which is qualifying day as well. We'll have practice early in the morning, then that first qualifying, I believe, at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, which we must watch, and we'll get to see kind of how the Gatorade duels are going to shape up as well on Thursday. We got Trafman, the Truck Series qualifying on Thursday morning as well, and then of course the Truck Series race on Friday is going to be absolutely stacked. It is a jam-packed weekend, all leading up to the Great American Race happening on Sunday. But let's talk about a couple of things here. We mentioned this on our show yesterday, if you guys watched us, about them going for a world record for world's loudest billboard. Well, we're not going to just give you part one and just keep you teasing, all right? We're going to give you blue balls. No. We're going to give you the full crescendo here, give you part two, because just as you were intrigued of what was it going to entail, I was intrigued as well on what they were gonna whip out here. So here it is in all of its glory, breaking a world record here, NASCAR. Love it. Great stuff. I loved it. That was Ross saying there, old watermelon man smashing a watermelon. You saw the whole setup there. They had a guy smashing the pedal. Thing was humming there in Times Square. So really cool. NASCAR again, in my opinion. Some may think it's cheesy. I'm all in for it. I've had fun with it. I think they're really diving into. Again, I've always talked about this. Obviously, this is their Super Bowl. This is the big one, the big Kahuna. And they've always done a great job, I feel like, on Sunday, but take advantage of the entire week. They ain't nothing going on. I mean, just amp this thing up, make it it's always an event at Daytona, but make it feel like it's just a massive event. And it feels like that. Maybe I'm just hyped up. Maybe I'm just got the juices flowing, and that could be it too. But glad to see that they smashed the world record for world's loudest billboard. That was cool to see. But as we kick this thing off, Cletus McFarland, and you may be wondering, what do you mean he got approved? Well, although he agreed to race and they was all in, he had to go to Richmond to qualify, and it has now been passed that he has been approved by NASCAR to race in Friday's race, the Daytona 250, the Craftsman Truck Series. And just to think about where a year ago, right, he races in the ARCA, becomes an absolute phenom. I mean, Cleetus was his own person prior to that, so let's not get it twisted, but really just took the NASCAR war by storm. Was must see TV, and everybody's like, you have to make this guy a part of NASCAR in some facet. I mean, we need more of Cletus. This guy, put him in front of a camera, the guy's going to sell tickets. And now you're tagging him up with Travis Pastrana on that Friday, along with Smoke, along with Dodge Ram. I mean, the Sunday obviously is always going to be your big Kahuna. But Friday, boys, I'm telling you right now, man, they are doing a phenomenal job of capitalizing on the Truck Series, in my opinion, which I've always enjoyed. I thought it's always been it's more fun to watch sometimes than the O'Reilly part, and even sometimes the Cup. It's a good race. It's a blast. And when you throw in a couple of Cup guys, Kyle Busch is racing in a few. He always does well in the truck. Carson Hocevar's got a couple truck series under his belt that he's been racing this year. Those guys always add a nice little mix to it. So the Truck Series has a lot of juice in there, and they're capitalizing on it in the right way by getting Cletus's approval in there. Great wrap job as well, too. I don't have it pulled up, but speaking of wrap jobs, we'll get into that in just a minute. Some of my favorites heading into the Daytona 500 this weekend, but cannot wait to watch Cletus. Again, we're a couple days away, and I keep discussing if I'm going to go or not, all right? It's up in the air still. I'm going to head to that race. I will be there for the Gatorade duels. But I'm kind of in the camp of like I want to stay at home because I want to consume everything that's being talked about, whether it's smoke. I want to hear what's happening inside inside his truck. I want to hear what's happening inside of Cletus' truck. I want to hear what's happening inside of Carson. Carson is racing, I think, in this one, right? Like I like to know what's going on, right? Sometimes when you're there, you don't get the full effect at times. But let's take a look at some of my favorite schemes headed into this weekend. Take a look at our guy Smoke's paint job. It's a little tiny. I apologize. Try to cram this thing in here the best that we could, but let's blow this one up because this truck here, boys, I'm telling you right now, is a absolute. That's the wrong way. That thing is sexy, boys. I'm telling you what. They all the Dodge schemes. I think they got a couple multicolor look at different ones from what I've seen on the internet thus far, but I think they're going to be the sexiest looking truck on the track. I got to be honest with you. I mean, they are coming back with a vengeance. I would love to see Dodge kick one off here and get a W. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, your first one back, you got Smoke in there. You got some killers. You got some talent behind the wheel. So it'll be interesting to see how it shapes up. And it's a Daytona 250. It's Daytona. Anything can happen. Get our first look at Spectrum. Carson Hocevar, obviously a big sponsor that he's added on for this year. That'll be his look on Sunday. The Brad Keselowski Castrol paint scheme is by far one of my favorites. I mean, it hits all the right cylinders. You know what I mean? Love it. We got Mr. Busher and his orange bodyguard. Love the burnt kind of neon-esque orange look to it. We got Viva there it's Priest, right? Yeah, Ryan Priest. So a couple of great paint schemes there. Coil of Jory's. Is it Coil? Yeah, Coil of Jory 99. His paint scheme looks really good too. And then Cletus is really cool because he's kind of it's all about kind of surrounding, giving back, and be more like Biff, which is really, really cool. So again, a lot of great paint schemes. I think those will kind of more come out tomorrow, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. But as for the rain, it looks atrocious. I don't even want to talk about it anymore because of where it's at. I'm hoping and praying. I'll start looking again Thursday, Friday. I can't look on it for 2 days. I can't stress on it for 2 days. Like the fact that it's got it from 2 to 8, that's rude. You know what I mean? Like that, if that doesn't tell me, hey, we're into this thing on a Monday, I don't know what does. But like you could have had it in the morning. We get pushed back to like a 4 or 5 start time. 2 to 8, bro. I don't know. I hope we get lucky. I mean, it's so far away. It's Florida. If there's one thing that I'm banking on, if you got showers later on in the week, you don't sweat it. If I had a tea time at 2:00 on Sunday, I promise you, with every bone in my body, I wouldn't even look. I wouldn't even sweat it. I would be at the golf course at 2:00. Okay? But it's a Daytona 500. We know we don't have great history with it, and that's part of the problem. Okay? Doesn't have a good juju with it. And that's why I'm concerned. That's the only reason why I'm concerned. That's it. It's the history that surrounds it. And given the fact of the debacle we had at the freaking Clash last week. So, y'all be good. Have yourself a week. Let's enjoy it day by day. We got qualifying tomorrow. That's all let's worry about qualifying. Then let's get to the duels. We'll have a great Friday truck. We've got a lot of things to be excited about, all right? Some little sprinkles. 9 days away. Get us all worked up. Maybe I'm just worked up. I don't know. Smash it, like it, do all the good stuff. We'll see you on the next one. Boogie to boys.